Now for more on those reports out of China that it's planning to introduce a new national security law in Hong Kong.
Pro-democracy activists fear the move may mean the end of the one country, two systems arrangement. It's likely to provoke strong opposition internationally and in Hong Kong, which was last year rocked by months of pro-democracy demonstrations. Sarah Clark is a journalist living in Hong Kong. She joins us now. Good morning, Sarah. Tell us, what are these laws that are being proposed?
Well, Lisa, as you mentioned, the one country, two systems policy is effectively dead once these rules get tabled at the National People's Congress session on Friday. Now, it was raised last night. It's yet to be completely confirmed. But as I mentioned, we're expecting that to be tabled this afternoon. And what it is, it's China's basically overruling Hong Kong's attempts to introduce its own national security law. Now, the basic law, or the city's mini constitution in Hong Kong, that basically allows the Legislative Council here to enact their own rules. But Beijing's clearly had enough with the protests, the rallies and the political division that's been rocked or paralysed Hong Kong for months now, since certainly last year. And we had, of course, the protests back in 2014, which also stifled Hong Kong's political system for a number of months. So basically, this is China coming in over the top of Hong Kong, and it can bypass any vote at Hong Kong's effective parliament. So what it means is that anyone who desecrates or ridicules or mentions the word independence in Hong Kong from China, or anyone who partakes in an act of what they describe as terrorism, or basically any foreign interference, that will be a penalty or penalised or involve a heavy jail sentence. We don't know exactly what those penalties will be as yet, but certainly this is a huge shift from Beijing to come straight in. And what the pro-democracy groups will say, it's certainly political interference at the best, the best from China, and certainly the worst we've seen in the last year or so since those protests began.
And just briefly, Sarah, has there been much reaction already? I know that it actually hasn't come in yet, but certainly over the last 24 hours, everyone's been talking about it.
Well, certainly broke last night, and we've had a number of the pro-democracy groups coming out saying that democracy and freedom of speech in Hong Kong is dead if this goes through, and it will go through because, as I mentioned, it's going to be tabled effectively this afternoon in Beijing at the National People's Congress session. So certainly there'll be a massive reaction. We've got protests planned on Sunday against another national anthem bill, which is China making it mandatory for Hong Kongers to respect and sing China's national anthem. There's been a lot of resistance to that. I imagine those protests will be larger as a result, simply because of this announcement that the national security laws will be imposed in China.
OK, Sarah Clark, no, it's very early in Hong Kong. Thanks for joining us.